Samadbey Mehmandarov Sadykhbey oglu was an Azerbaijani general of the artillery in the Imperial Russian Army and served as the Minister of Defense of Azerbaijan Democratic Republic. Early life. Samadbey Mehmandarov was born on October 16, 1855 in Lanka Azerbaijan in a noble family originally from Shusha. He graduated from 2nd Constantine Military School in St. Petersburg in 1875, was conferred the rank of podporuchik and assigned to 1st Turkestan Artillery Brigade. In the course of military service he was promoted to poruchik in 1877 and seconded 2 years later to 2nd Artillery Brigade in St. Petersburg. Active duty. In 1885 Stabs-Captain Mehmandarov was assigned to 38th Artillery Brigade in the Caucasus, where he served 9 years. In 1894, 38th Artillery Brigade was transferred to Poland, where he became a member of court-martial. In 1898, Captain Mehmandarov was promoted to Lieutenant Colonel and appointed the commander of 1st Battery of 3rd Artillery Battalion. The same year, Mehmandarov's battery was moved to Transbaikal region and took part in China Relief Expedition in 1901. For the services in battle Mehmandarov was conferred the rank of colonel. In 1903 he completed a course in Tsarskoye Selo Officers Artillery College. When the Russo-Japanese War broke out in 1904, Mehmandarov was appointed the commander of 7th Eastern Siberia Artillery Battalion. During the siege of Port Arthur he was the commander of the Eastern Front Artillery. For the services in battle he was promoted to Major General and decorated with the Order of St. George V degree. After the capitulation of the fortress the garrison was in Japanese captivity, when Japanese commanders allowed the captured Russian officers to return home in exchange to signing an obligation not to fight against Japan. Mehmandarov refused and preferred to stay with his soldiers. Upon his return from captivity Mehmandarov was appointed the commander of 7th East Siberian Artillery Brigade in 1906, and became the commander of 3rd Siberian Army Corps Artillery a year later. In 1908, he was conferred the rank of lieutenant general. In 1910, he was appointed the commander of 1st Caucasian Division. In 1913, he became the commander of 21st Infantry Division and in this position entered World War I within 3rd Caucasian Army Corps. Under Mehmandarov's command the division earned the reputation of one of the best in the Russian Army, and 81st Apsheron and 83rd Samu regiments especially distinguished themselves. He was decorated with the Order of St. George of 3 degree for the battles of 27 to 29 September 1914, and St. George Sword decorated with diamonds for the battle near Ivangorod on the 14th of February 1915. On December 11, 1914 Mehmandarov was appointed the commander of 2nd Caucasian Army Corps. Mehmandarov's corps was engaged in the fiercest battles with German troops and during the whole war he had not surrendered to the enemy a single piece of ordnance. On the 22nd of March 1915 Samadbey Mehmandarov was promoted to the rank of the General of the Artillery. He was decorated with British, French and Romanian orders. Azerbaijan Democratic Republic. After the February Revolution in Russia Mehmandarov resigned and left for Baku. With the establishment of the Azerbaijan Democratic Republic in 1918, Samadbey Mehmandarov became the third and last Minister of Defense of Azerbaijan. He held this position until 11th Red Army troops invaded Azerbaijan in 1920. After the fall of the national government and establishment of the Soviet rule in Azerbaijan, Mehmandarov was arrested, but was released 2 months later. He taught in military schools and was an advisor to the Commissariat of Military and Naval Forces of Azerbaijan SSR until his retirement in 1928. Samadbey Mehmandarov died on February 12, 1931 in Baku.